I am a wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. This is my first year with Denver. I've been bouncing around NFL, CFL, AFL, and took the road less traveled, so I've been around, seen it all. My body is my business, essentially, you know, so what I put into it matters, and I take it very seriously. I was a exercise science kinesiology major in college, so I pay very close attention to it. It's kind of a passion for it. So when it comes to supplements, I really take notice of what I'm using and how I'm using it. I actually spent this past winter down in Dallas, Texas training, and down there I ended up doing a charity event where I met a guy who I call a good friend now, and he introduced me to the product, as well as Becky Brissell. And she really didn't give me much of a choice, but once I got the products and once I tried them, I was sold. The Nitro Extreme for me, seeing that I work out a ton, and I mean that's my lifestyle, I noticed a steady increase in energy. I don't want to say a burst of energy because it's not what it was. It wasn't the prickly feeling and the big pump that you get from taking, you know, some of the products that are on the market that, you know, I don't really like that feeling, but using the Nitro, I was sustained throughout the day. I was able to get through my workouts and at the end of it feel just as energized as I was when I started.
My name is Jordan Pendleton. I am a sports performance specialist, and my main niche is training football players from NFL all the way down to high school kids, even junior high kids. Supplementation and diet is probably more important than the actual training, in my opinion. We can come in and train all day, but if we're not getting the proper nutrition, if we're not getting the proper supplementation, then really we're going backwards. You know, you can come in and train and work your tail off, and then if you're not getting, the right supplementation afterwards or eating properly, then you're gonna decline.
Although I love Kyani for their products, it keeps me on the field, refreshed and rejuvenated. It also has a great opportunity in the business side of things. As a football player and professional sports in general, it's not always a guarantee that you're gonna have a job the next day. Kyani offers that business opportunity no matter what my profession. I always have a business of my own and something to build upon.
When I first got Josh, the guy was pretty much a marathon runner. He'd put in miles and miles and miles and then go on these super long endurance hikes with a pack for 2 days, just crazy, crazy. He actually looked and was quite a bit overtrained. He was under eating and he was just driving. He's a very all or nothing athlete, so believe it or not, most of my time is spent telling Josh not to work out, because if it was up to him, he forgets workouts, he'd be working out 6 times a day.
You know, you get to see a lot of guys with a lot of talent. A lot of guys that are willing to work hard in certain areas. You know, everybody likes to train where they enjoy training. You know, nobody wants to do the stuff they don't want to do. But Josh is the opposite. You know, he's always working hard in the areas where he's the weakest. He's always asking me for, you know, what can I do better? What can I do different? How did I look? What, you know, what's wrong? What can I fix? So, you know, he's one of the rare few that is always seeking to improve on his weaknesses.
I'm very passionate about fighting itself because it's what I enjoy doing. It's what I love, and I've really, you know, it's become a part of me now. And so and then the other thing is getting myself to the highest level I possibly can, you know, fulfilling my full potential. That's what really drives me. It's not necessarily about, you know, the destination. That's important, but, you know, the progression along the way, that journey of learning about myself, the development, and then seeing where it turns up, you know, how far I can make it, and really maxing out that full potential is kind of what I'm about.
You know, the sport of MMA is very demanding. It requires a lot of training, a lot of hours throughout the day. So proper nutrition and proper supplementation are a huge advantage to keep yourself, you know, running at the levels you need to be to do what you want to do.
So we've always wanted to make Josh as optimal as possible, because every millimeter, every millisecond, every cent of a percent counts in a fight, especially at the level he's at, and Kyani Products has helped us really evolve him and complete that optimization that we've looked for.
So I came across Kyani from working with John Brissell. I was actually training with him and teaching him some MMA stuff, doing some striking, and the topic came up about supplements, and we were kind of talking about all those demands of the sport, and he's like, you know what I think would be great for you is some of these products. I started taking it, and I was open to the stuff. It sounded great. And I'm always skeptical when I take products that make a huge claim for, you know, what they can do, but so far they've really delivered. It's one thing to put out and be at a certain level, it's another thing to maintain it. Anybody can go hard for a round, you know. It's the 3-round, the 5-round fight, you know, when you're in the championship rounds that it really matters, and having a supplement like Kyani helps me do that. Really excited with being able to work and partner with Kyani. So far the products have done a tremendous amount for me, and I'm committed to hopefully do the same for them and my success, because it's all intermingled together. You know, when I win, they win, and vice versa. So I feel like the sky's the limit with what we can achieve.